Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today you'll be learning how to render with an if-else condition. So let's see how this works in a given React component. So this component is existing and there's a render method, and what you need to do, let's see. This is called a my component class component. Yeah, and there's a toggle display. So what you're supposed to do is, in the render method, the display has already been given initialized as not state of display. Yeah, it's hidden, but you have to do in such a way that with an if-else condition, it has to be toggling between hidden and visible. So let's see how it happens. So if and the condition, this dot state dot display is true. So for this particular condition, when the state of display is true, then you have to return something, and else you have to return something else. So if this dot state dot display is true, you have to return, according to the question, you have to return a div, and let's see, a div, open and close div. Yeah, and then within that a button, a toggle button, and also a h1 header element. So let's see how it is done. So this is only for that particular state when the display is true. Yeah, so you want it to be visible. So return div, inside that the button. So button, open and close. Okay, button, open button, close button, the open button and the close button. You know how to do these button tags. And then what should the button be reading? Toggle display. So it's a toggle display button. So you know what's a toggling. So when you say the word toggling, means it keeps changing. Yeah, fluctuating between hidden and visible. Hidden, visible. So button on click. So this button is such that on clicking this button, what will be the value when you click the button? On clicking the button, the value will be this dot toggle button. Yeah, this dot toggle display. I'm sorry. So this is actually, what is a function of this button? It is actually doing a toggle display. That means it will keep changing between fluctuating between showing and hidden, visible and hidden. So that's why it's called a toggle display. So this dot toggle display, that's a value on clicking only. So that means on clicking, it will toggle to the level of displaying the button. Yeah, and then you write the term, the button's name is toggle display. Yeah, and what should the h1 element read? The h1 element should read display. The h1 open and close element, header element, and then on that it should say, it could be anything, but as per the question it says you write display. Yeah, displayed. Yeah, this is supposed to be, so this is supposed to be shown when, what is the condition? If the state of display is true. So you want that display to be shown that time. Then it will toggle to the display mode, right? So it has two modes. One is a display mode, another one is an invisible mode. So else, that means if the state of display is not true, or if the state of display is false. So we write else, means it's the same thing. It means it's the above one doesn't hold good. Yeah. Then you return, the button on click will be there, but the h1 header should not be there. The div should be there. The button on click has to be there because it cannot, the button cannot disappear, right? But the h1 header element should not be there in this case. Why? Because in this case, the button, the toggle has to be in such a way it will toggle to invisible mode. So if it toggles to invisible mode, obviously it is not displaying. So you cannot show the h1 element being displayed. So you should not write that it is in display, right? So that's why we want to remove the h1 header. So we are trying to say that in this particular mode, in this toggle mode, it is the hidden mode. So we remove the header. So when you press the toggle display button, it should show display when the state of display is true, and if the state of display is not true, else that is, then it should not show the H1 element that is displayed. That's what we are trying to do in this problem. So there's something gone wrong. Yeah, okay, I think some parenthesis gone wrong here. Let's see what's wrong. Okay, there's an extra curly brace here, yeah, by mistake. So there's one extra here, I believe. You have to be careful. Yeah, I just removed it. You have to be very careful. So let's toggle it. Let's check again. Okay, you have the constructor props, the display state. Then you've already done the toggle display, initial display value of not being shown. And then in the render method, you already wrote the if-else condition. You've written the H1 in the previous visible condition mode, visible mode. So what's missing here? Yes, I think something is missing. Yeah, what about the curly braces? Oh yeah, there was an extra curly brace on top also. And yes, by mistake I removed the wrong braces. It was the open braces, I believe, which was extra. So next time need to be more careful. Let's see if anything else is here wrong or right. So this dot state display has been initialized to be true, and we've already written the if else condition for the toggle display. Oh, that's okay. The right equal to or double equal to doesn't make much of a difference though. And so you have to be very patient while debugging. Okay, let me see what's wrong here. Anybody can spot the issue here quickly. Come on, come on, come on. Where did I go wrong? Come on, come on. Faster, faster. Any problem here? Just faster. Come on, come on. Where's the problem? Okay, come on. Oh, this is okay. Oh, yes. There you go. I forgot the open curly braces after the else. That was the problem. Oh, such a silly mistake. So you have to be really, really careful. Because what happened is we were just editing and amending the code that is already there. So possible to always skip on some parenthesis or braces. But when we do it on our own, it doesn't happen. So have to be more careful. So now, as you can see, it's when you click on the toggle button, it's fluctuating and toggling between the hidden and visible, as you saw already. Yeah. So when it's visible and if you just click, it becomes invisible. So now you've done Yoho. You won the test. So it's nice to debug and nice to have an experience. Yes, there you go. Display gone, display yes, display true, display gone. Toggle display. That's the meaning of toggle display. Keeps changing between visible and display. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button and stay subscribed.